Hey guys, Dustin here. If you're a business owner, marketer, or copywriter, and you want to sell something to a prospect who's as jaded and skeptical as it gets, how do you do that? If they're not even willing to believe a claim, how do you qualify that person for your product? Look at weight loss, right? So the prospect still wants the result, but they've seen like a million ads for it. They've tried way too many solutions that failed. And so, what do you think if we started the conversation or an ad by bringing the promise of result up front, right? So, how to reduce inches from your belly, right? They'd think, yeah, sure. And we'd instantly lose them. And so we need to enter the conversation and position our message in a brand new way that can open the door for new believability of the thing that everybody still wants, weight loss or, whatever it is. And so I want to look at that today in this breakdown of an email that Barton Publishing is running. It's an affiliate email from Green Valley Natural Solutions. And so we know that since they're paying for this, that the email converts, it qualifies, and we know the sales page converts. We're talking about a supplement and it's a colon cleanser. So let's take a look at how they enter the conversation. So the headline or the subject line, you can't see it, but it's "Your big belly is a swollen colon." So what we're doing here is we are, think your big belly is fat, think again. Your big belly may be a swollen colon. And so what we're doing is we are, we're redefining the problem or the cause of being fat. And so by doing that, we open the door for a new believable solution that can solve that. You're not just fat, it's just a swollen colon. And so we're implying that the reason they couldn't lose weight from all the diets, the pills, the exercise programs, it wasn't their fault. All that stuff never actually had a chance to work because the root cause was a swollen colon. And so here we see the first chance to click through. And after this, what we want to do is we want to prove that the new problem, or excuse me, the new cause is behind the problem. So the first way we do that is, a medical study has recently confirmed. So a medical study is, authority proof here. Confirmed is a very strong proof word. Recently implies it's new. So if you haven't heard of it, that's why. And here's a colloquial proof. What you may have always suspected, that most people are full of poop. So it's kind of funny, and it's really clever because it's the third form of proof in this one sentence. It's going to get people nodding yes, which is what we need. And so after that, we're going to come in with a more concrete proof and a fourth piece, or a third piece, excuse me, concrete number. So 60% of us are walking around with backed up bowels that hold pounds of old impacted feces that's protruding from their bellies and secretly making them feel terrible all the time. Okay, so the third proof is the number. And, the fourth proof is the logical proof, right? So it's like, it's this backed up bowels that hold pounds of impacted feces. So we have four types of proof in here. And now that we've fully proven the new cause, we can agitate the problem. And so we don't just look bad, it's making us feel terrible. So what we've done is we tied an old problem to a new cause to open the door for believability in a super jaded and skeptical market. We've proven it. We've agitated the problem and expanded it so it's even more emotionally compelling. And so now we can finally introduce the solution, right? So good news is there's an easy way to clean this out. And when we do clean it out, we're going to get these dimensionalized benefits. So it's going to look like this in our life. We'll feel better, lighter, healthier, and even more energized. So, lighter implying we'll weigh less, healthier, kind of like a prestige appeal. We're going to be a healthy person now, and even more energized. I'll touch on that in a little bit. It's not really proven here, but it's it's a good thing that people want. So, then we have the CTA, which is the big promise here, right? So click here to reduce inches from your belly naturally. And like I said earlier, if we said that up front, reduce inches from your belly naturally, no one would ever read this email. They'd close it out instantly or they wouldn't even click it. So naturally here is kind of an objection handler because, this audience wants alternatives to traditional medicine without the nasty side effects. And that's kind of the breakdown of the email here. And I want to share three keys behind the email in a second here. But, is there any way to make this email better? Yes, it's great, but let's look at one way. So the energy benefit at the end isn't really proven or explained on the page. And, I'm guessing that it's because, when you have a swollen colon, you have bad digestion. When you have bad digestion, you aren't getting the nutrients from your food. And so when you aren't getting the nutrients from your food, you aren't getting the energy from those nutrients, right? but it's not proven on the page. And so it's kind of loosey-goosey, right? It's not really proven. And they can kind of get away with it because they've already proven so much stuff before, and so you need less proof for the claims that follow. But I'd still say, maybe something else would do better there. And what I would do is I'd look for a speed to result claim, right? And maybe they didn't find any in the research, but I'd look at the nutrients in the supplement. I'd look at the clinical studies, and I'd look at the fastest timed result claim that we can find, and then I'd emphasize that instead of the energy. So what are the keys here? One, when you're dealing with a super sophisticated and jaded market, you need to enter the conversation in a brand new way. And one of the best ways to do that is to first redefine the cause of the problem that they want to solve. Number two, so the order we introduce parts of our messaging is super, super critically important. We need to prove the new cause is legit before we can talk about any solutions or promises. And third, once the problem is redefined, proven, we need to tease a solution that solves it. So we do that, tell them about what it'll mean in their life in terms of they'll care about, and now they're fully qualified, and we get them to click to the next step in the sales process. That was a breakdown. I hope you guys liked it. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. Once again, I'm Dustin. Thanks so much.